Hey guys, welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video here. We've got our Saints playthrough 2033. Let's get right into it here. Just wanted to recap last season. It was our best score for a season, which is interesting. Team's profit was pretty good, huh? Okay. Um, and franchise value is at its highest. Okay. Um, Yep, they're still dinging us for roster construction strength. Again, I think some of that has to do with contract values, like roster values. So like having guys that are really good on cheap contracts, which, I know we're in a winning window right now, so I've been paying guys like, you know, it's not really, we've been trading picks away. Like, so if that's the case, like I understand why we're getting a low roster score. I just think that's kind of, uh, I feel like, yeah, I don't think that really makes sense if that's how they do it. I feel like our roster's pretty good. We won the Super Bowl with a 5 roster score. Like it's kind of weird. Anyways, so here we are. Let's get into the stadium plan deadline, which was one of the things that I guess sort of screwed up last year. And now looking where we're at, we've got a lot of support for new construction. Initial lease expired, new construction possible. Eligible to move the team, we cannot because we failed our vote last time. So I think we have to submit another stadium plan, and it fails for us to have a chance at moving. We talked about some of the things that like FLDO on field success. Talked about some of the things like we're like, we're in the upper echelon of brand value. I think like I do think a move would be we look at the amount of like votes that we failed here though. And then we failed to move the franchise with this last vote. I think we'll submit a construction plan here to build in New Orleans. I think moving would have been ultimately better for the franchise, but if we can get a new stadium, I think that'll be worth it. I'm still going with 150, and the ideal thing would be grass turf in a dome. Right now it's synthetic turf, but I would like to get it to grass for sure. So team contribution is where here, I'm gonna give New Orleans a chance here to do this thing. I just need wait, oh, why did it not? Oh, it's just zeroing me out there. I can only go into the millions. I'll even do them a solid here. I need the public to come up with less with up to $1 billion here to get this thing off the ground. The team's going to contribute 1.5 billion to build a new stadium. And this is, in my opinion, this is New Orleans' final shot here. Okay. And if they can't come up with that, like that, we really should move. That'd be a little crazy. Okay. Staff retention. It's one of the weird parts of the game right now. I'm really wondering. Uh, I'm wondering why we're not getting poached. Lucas Luttrell here. I really like him. He's just really well rounded. Kent Garcia. Our coordinators are so good. And Dennis Allen has definitely, I think, fallen off a little bit as he's gotten a bit older. If I could, I would promote Kent Garcia to our head coach, I think. But regardless, Dennis Allen has led us to 5 straight conference championship rounds, and 2 Super Bowls, which we've won one of them. So like we've seen a lot of success with this group. The one thing though that I'm questioning is like how have none of these guys gotten poached through all this success? Like seems a little strange that the game's not able to do that. But just gonna hire Lucas Luttrell again, we'll just guys just let me keep getting these guys. Y'all don't want to take any promotions, huh? I think that's a little bit broken for the game. I do. But okay. Franchise deadline. Franchise tag. Okay, this is where things get a little crazy here. "29-year-old Reed Locklear. We have 50 mil in cap room right now. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's get a look at the roster here. This we're gonna have to make some difficult decisions. I can already tell. Caleb Bryant, he's getting older too. He is 28. He's still in his prime though. Chavez, Locklear. Ruben Delgado needs a deal. Yeah, ultimately, like we can't just go out and pay any of these dudes a franchise tag right now. We just can't. Like I think Terrion Arnold is one that I think will probably end up not re-signing. He's 30 years old. He was like good to have as a mentor and a number 2 corner last year. We gave up 2 7th rounders for him though, so we're not super committed to it. Can let him go. Ruben Delgado, I think we need to give him a deal. He's 26, be our number 1 corner. Locklear, we need to figure out a way to make that work. If he comes out asking for like 5-year deal or something, he's 29 years old. Like I can't give that to you. Stan Scruggs, we're gonna have to lock up because he's one of our best linemen at this point. Artie, we traded like a couple thirds for him. Depending what he's asking for, I don't know. We'll see. Jacoby is already 30 years old. Wow. That's one we'll probably let walk. Rock Lions, he's been really good, but depending what he asks for. Shannon Plaza. So there's some things to figure out. I don't think we're going to hand out a franchise tag, though. We don't really have the cap to do it. So let's just take a look at the roster and see if we can sort through some of this. I do think, like, we can we have money to move around as well with Lawrence's contract. We can also extend him. But yeah, like we've kind of figured out like the system on how to make Lawrence work. And he's gonna get sacked a ton, whatever. Like he's our long-term quarterback, like without a doubt. But okay, let's start to look through this here. Brock Lyons is asking for a handful of mills. That's fine. Oh, it looks like Kendre Miller retired. Dang, okay. Artie is asking for a lot. That's probably one where we're just like, you know what, we gave up a couple thirds for you, we'll probably let you go. We can't really afford you. And we'll figure it out at tight end. Puka, Pablo, Zion's gonna cost 5 mil or so. He had 606 touchdowns. That's pretty good, but like we got Chris Escalante, Stan Lewis, a couple guys that we drafted. We kind of have to like just sort of got to commit to like Zion's not really much better than these guys. I don't know what his negative chemistry with all those guys for Lawrence, huh? Neutral chemistry with Puka. Wow, Pablo had 811 touchdowns. Okay. But yeah, Zion, I don't think we can really bring him back. Will Sapp will probably end up bringing back Peter Maryland. He's displeased. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's take a look at oh, who's furious is Nick Saldivari. You were good for us at one point, Nick, but yeah, we'll just let you go. Zach Seabolt. We could probably let this guy go. See if we can trade him real quick. Is he worth anything? No. We don't need that. We don't need that negative energy. We'll take the 250 on the chin there. So there's a couple mil freed up. Yeah, this has got to be the first place to look every time here. Davis Stoyanovich. Disgruntled. Yeah, I mean, you were a 4th round pick, buddy. He's 44 overall. Stoyanovich. Carolina's interested. Get him off my roster, honestly, dude. 2nd round pick for him in 2035. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I'll absolutely take a 2nd round pick for this depth corner. Please. Okay, so that frees up a couple mil and we get a 2nd round pick for that. Yo, look how Jackson Fellows turned out, man. That is the type of forward thinking stuff. I saw this dude was a safety coming out of the draft, and I was like, he's 191 though? And he had good coverage scores, and I was like, and look at this. We got a really nice corner in the 4th round. Made that position change. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. That's how it go. Quentin's 196 here. But he don't have the zone pass. Don't really have the coverage skills. Anyways. Weights matter. Okay, so who else? I think there was one more who was a little moody. Peter Maryland is displeased. Oh, Peter, I was actually thinking about re-signing you. Yeah, what's his personality score? Why is he displeased? Do I get any insight into why he's displeased or no? Is it just because he hasn't been playing? Oh, we'll probably, I guess, let him walk then. Okay, and now let's look at some of the contracts here. Ruben Delgado, young corner. Young corner for us here. Leader, smart, good personality. He's not popular, he's not loyal, whatever, but you know what? 4-year deal, we'll lock him up till he's 30 at like 15 mil per. Yep, that's one that I'm definitely keeping around. We got 42 mil left in cap. Locklear, 3 years. It's a big, yeah, we don't have enough for him right now. We have 42 mil. Whoops, I meant to go here. 10 mil after. Okay. So yeah, we need to open up like another 20 mil in space for him. We can do it. We can do it, but then next year we're putting ourselves in a hole. And we still got guys on the line to bring back here. This open up a little space. It'd be a 20 mil bonus though. But yeah, cap cost for this year would be 10 mil less. And then we'd get him on for another year, so extend him for a year. I might do that. Hold on. Might be mistaken here, but all right. This is I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a little bit of a test here. So we got 10 mil after right now. What will this do for us? Yeah, so it's hitting us 10 mil less. So if we look at our report here. Oh yeah, so we went up. We went up in space to 20 mil. Okay. No, that's great. So we made space with that. We cut down on this year's cap cost and tacked on an extra year, which is fine because we want Caleb on for next year. That'd be great. So this would cut his cap by 2 mil and extend him for a year. Not really worth it. Lawrence, we could bring his cap cost down about 20 mil and extend him through 2037. Let's tack on a 3-year extension. Yeah, I think this is the smart thing to do as well, because we're in a position where we have a winning roster right now. It'll allow us to keep Locklear for a couple more years. Yep. Open up some more space. And then now I keep going to the trade HQ, but yeah, now we have 40 mil. And we can get down here to Reed and bring him back for 3 years. Boom. He's at a low bonus too, so like next year if we need to open up some space, we can see where we're at, maybe kick him out. But we don't want to be kicking the can down the road too long, because he's 29 years old. He'll be 30 next year, so this is probably his last contract. We don't want to really extend it too far out with him. Jacoby we're letting walk. Ruben Whiteside, we gave quite a bit of money to. Well, he's actually in his 5th year. He's no bonus. We have no... Okay, so we could possibly trade Ruben with him on his 5th year extension. Or we could lock him up for 4 years and cut his cap down 15 mil to open up more space. Either way, something's got to happen with that, because we have Roland DeStefano here as well, and he's just like a much better value. So I think we could probably get some picks if we trade Ruben, or we can like cut his cap hit down quite a bit and extend him out. Get him for another year. Terrion Arnold, how much is he gonna cost? 4 or 5 mil to keep around? I don't think that's the worst thing. Let's sit on that for a second, but I don't think that's the worst thing. Jamal Moses, 3 or 4 mil to keep this 43 overall around. I don't think so. We'll let him go. Trace De La Puente for a couple years. Yeah. So Will Sapp's probably going to be our only tight end on contract right now. Brock Lyons. Before I start going crazy with contracts here, we got to get Stan Scruggs on. He's only going to be 3 or 4 mil. Oh man, that's an easy one. And we got Charles Torres next to him. Donovan, Nick Saldiveri we have to let go. Shannon Plaza. I think that's valuable depth on the line that we need. Braxton Jones and Clinton Lemon. I can't pay 3 mil for Braxton Jones. I really just can't. Clinton Lemon looks like he's crapped out. It's not even valuable depth anymore. So we gotta find some tackle depth, because Irv is a project to be depth at this point. Peter's displeased. Artie's asking for too much money. Brock Lyons. I think the 4 or 5 mil for Brock is going to be worth it. Eli for long snapper, yep. So here's the thing now. We have Terry and Arnold who we could bring back. 2-year deal for 4 or 5 mil. Which, I mean, that's essentially like a 1-year deal because of the bonus. We'd only take like a mil in dead cap next year if we let him go. So then we get into the conversation of like, because he would be our second, and then we'd have Jackson coming up as our third. That would leave our like secondary in a really good place. The question is, also looking at our safety room for a second here too, but yeah, so Terry and Arnold, I think I'd like to bring him back. I think I'd rather have Terry and Arnold at 4 mil than I would Ruben Whiteside at 22 mil. This Ruben Whiteside thing, like, we can't be paying him 22 mil. It's either he gets a 4-year contract and we pay him 7-8 mil, or we rock with Roland DeStefano at this like 2-3 mil-ish, which I think I'm more willing to do at this point. So let's see. All right, we trade Ruben Whiteside, and I'm even gonna look at possibly Ricardo Fryer as a trade, because he's 28 in the last year of his deal, and we could possibly flip that and start Steven Jaw and extend him now. Save some money. So Whiteside. No interest in Whiteside right now. Okay, and if that's going to be the case, then it's going to be better to extend him out and use some of that money in free agency. Ricardo Fryer, people are interested. Fryer is much better in coverage. Ja is much better in run support. Okay. Yeah, I think let's see what we get for Fryer here. Start with Atlanta. 5th and a 6th. Okay. 5th and a 7th. Here we give up a second and get 2/3. 4th swap. So it appears this isn't really going to be worth it. And we give up a 3rd for a 4th and a 5th. Like, what is happening right now? Indy. Why are we giving up more than we're getting back? What is happening right now? It appears that trading him wouldn't really be the best idea. I'm just going to keep checking just to make sure. San Fran, Tampa Bay, and Tennessee. All right, so it's not worth trading him. And that wouldn't really save us a ton of money, but it's more like, can we get out of it before it's like too late or whatever. Fine. So that's fine. I think we'll just go into this year with the safety room there. Anyone else I'm missing here? Yeah, so this really comes down to we can't trade Whiteside. So I think the best idea right now is to just extend him. Extend him 4 years. 19 mil bonus. Split up between 4 years. It's good because he's gonna have like a 5 mil bonus. Looking at the difference here, 5 mil bonus. So This, like, we're kind of stuck with him these 4 years if we split it up this way, unless we just straight up cut him. Tough decision, man. Tough decision. This is like, yeah, we are like locked with him. He's a good run defender, and he's like kind of crappy in coverage. But a smart player. So, yeah, I think he's a good player. I think he's probably worth this. Could the money be better spent elsewhere? Maybe, but I think right now, I think it'd be good to bring back Terry and Arnold. What did he do last year? Played 14 games, started 7, got 30 tackles. So we could switch him to strong. Cause so we open up 15 mil this year with that contract, with this new contract. 15 mil, so our cap room after would be 16. Yeah, really all that would be for is to re-sign Terry and Arnold. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should do it. Okay. There you go. All right. Let's make sure we're good here. I think we are. We got some things we got to make sure we have a good draft here. It's getting to that time where we're not at the end of our window, but I'm thinking about the end of our window right now. Because this is not a quarterback that's like, oh, he's a we always are in the window when Lawrence is on, like, he's not that good. He's good, but he's not like he's good because we have a really strong roster around him and we've built up to his strengths. We've built around we've built a roster that combats his weaknesses. Okay. So I don't think we're making any other moves in free agency. Let's run until free agency ends. Fifth-year extension. Nobody. All right. Draft coming up here. we'll start to get into that talk in a little bit here. I like how our D line looks now, a year later. We've traded away so many D linemen, good D linemen too, but still really deep there. This Hugh Carpenter sign, I really liked it. It allowed us to move Locklear to the outside. Good depth there. Good corner, safety. And then offensively, there may be some things that we can work on here. I'm wondering, man, shoot. I'm wondering if we need to just first round just draft a receiver. Like if it's finally time for us to go draft a receiver in the first round. I haven't done it. And I feel like we just need a guy like, you know, Puka's 31 years old. He's still really good. Pablo had a great year. That was a really good trade for us. But I really think it's almost time to just go after a big dog. Offensive line, we're set up really well. We've drafted well at guard. I do think we need to grab some depth at tackle though. We need to draft a tackle. And there's probably a center out there that we could maybe grab too. It's just free agent even, but like we need a backup center. Other than that, looking at like 2034 contracts ending 2034. We're gonna have some guys to pay. We want to make sure we want to make sure we're figuring out the best move for that stuff. Where are we getting older? We are we're not old on the offensive line. We're really not old anywhere. We just got a couple guys that are older here and there. A little older at running back, I guess, but screwed up this Don Rodriguez pick. All right, cool. Well, we'll take this thing into the draft in the next episode, so we'll catch you guys in that one. Thanks for watching. Peace.